Hey, what is up, Nerf Nation? It's Romatico, and you know what? I made a boo boo. So I had purchased the X Shot shell ejector, and I was about to start filming, but prior to filming, I wanted to do some tests with it, so I could actually have an informed introduction regarding the shells. Now, I made the mistake of grabbing the wrong shell because I wasn't looking. ABS, when it's injection molded, it feels just like any other ABS shell, and the shells are very similar. I grabbed some of the X71014 shells that I had for one of those knockoff shotguns, or shot blasters, however the hell you say it. I don't want to get taken down. Anyways, so the point is that I put the wrong shell in here, and it seemed to fit. I go to close the bolt and it got jammed. Now, unfortunately, there's no way to undo the jam with the bolt. Hello there, Renee. So yeah, do not stick the wrong shells in here because I made the mistake of blind loading a shell, and yeah, so, but hey, my mistake is more content for you all to watch and enjoy as I goof off and disassemble this live and maybe mod it. Who knows? But at the same time, I'm printing something out because a user on printables named Gemini, he actually made something that I was like, ooh, I like where you're going with this. Let's make it better. He designed an extended buttstock, so it's longer and it has these holes here. But I said, you know what? I can print out more shells, so why not make the buttstock hold more shells? And I also designed shells for these. That these are on sale at the Big Blaster Consortium, a 5-pack for 10, and they snap in there perfectly, much better than the actual holder that comes with the blaster. So now you have 4 shells. But wait, there's more, because on the other side, which is currently printing, we're going to have the same setup, so you can actually have a total of 9 shells on you as opposed to the just 4 that you do with the normal blaster. So I think it's a pretty good improvement. And then these should fit technically the original shells as well. I haven't tested that yet, but there you go. They are. They're a little looser, but they still work. So there you have it. This file, once I'm done doing the printing and the testing, I'm going to slap this up on printables. That is, I believe Gemini said that remixes are allowed, and if so, I'll put them on there for you to have. Because again, this is not my actual design. Only this part is my design. So there you go. So there it is. It's $12.99. This is available at Myers if you are in the Midwest of the U.S. Elsewhere overseas, I believe this blaster's already been overseas for about a couple of months now. So at least it's been in Australia. It's a fun one, but we'll see. I'm going to change the camera. I'm going to angle it down so we can start to unscrew and take this apart. Okay, so I need to get a screwdriver. Find out where my screwdriver went. I should have a screwdriver somewhere around here. I know I have bits. Oh. Okay, so there's that. Let's start unscrewing. So Renee, I'm glad you're able to tune in. I know that normally I do these when it's too late for you over there in Deutschland, but glad to have you on the chat today. For those wondering, the reason that I'm actually going live today is because my 9 to 5 job, I was not able to go into the office, unfortunately, due to the fact that we are renovating the office, and I have no workstation at home. I do actually have my work computer here, so I'm getting emails at the same time, and I'm able to respond to them while I'm at home. So that's a mistake. I figured I would do double duty and do something I hadn't done in a while, which is make some content. Also, I think we'll get to see the internals of this. I've not seen anyone post internal pictures of this blaster yet. See, I'm not gonna lie, Renee. I love that. Um, I it's a shame that my country does not invest in rail architecture or infrastructure the way that the European nations have. Um, and we do not have reliable train transit here in the U.S. Outside of Amtrak or the freight trains. A couple of cities have the metro rails, but it's not instituted around the U.S. and certainly not in Columbus, Ohio, which is where I'm living right now. Um, there was talk that they might do a light rail system to connect the three big C's, Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Columbus, as well as Chicago. But we'll see when that happens. Now, I have been told that there is a clip in here that's holding this stock together. So we're going to clamshell the entire thing. That's why I'm doing that and not just taking off the stock. But if I have a spring, I will upgrade my spring at the same time to get some more power out of this. I've recorded up to 86, 85 FPS with this blaster so far. Again, it's a XL blaster. It's not even an Insanity or a Rage Fire or the Insanity series. I suspect that eventually X-Shot will do something similar to this and put it part of their Insanity line, maybe by adding more rails somewhere and extra dart or shell storage. But it is what it is. Now, I'm expecting that some of the usual suspects will show up in the chat here soon, such as General Strife. But we'll see. Oh, he might be in school, actually. All right, now let's flip over and do the law screws. Get all of these onto my magnet board. See. That one's still stuck in there. So let's take a look here. It looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I didn't get these two down here. So let's take a look here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 screws in this thing. And some are still stuck in here. It's a lot of screws for this blaster. It's not that big of a blaster, really. Could have done with maybe 14 screws. Well, that was primed. And that shot out a dart. So let's see what we got here. Oh, that bolt's coming out. Yep, that's coming out. Is this... They did not. Please tell me they did not. Please tell me they did not do this. $10. I can buy another one of these. Oh, Jesus. This is not good. I don't get to see where this is going, how this goes, so that's not good. Oh boy. Okay, well, that problem solved. I got the shell out. I mean, it's pretty much... It's very close. It just doesn't work the same. All right. I do want to open this up the rest of the way. Oh, looks like we got a spring in there. See if I can open this up and get this taken care of. Doesn't feel like it's... I don't feel like they solvent welded this part back here. That's the entire bolt action assembly. Doesn't feel like it's like it's solvent welded. It looks like there's some give here, so it's not... Doesn't look solvent welded, at least. Hmm. There's two separate parts here. A muzzle cap and the barrel underneath that. That muzzle cap looks like it should have enough give and just slide off, but it's not wanting to for some reason or another. Let me see if I can grab this with a plier. I'm not sure if it's glued or clipped. I can't tell. It's something. It's wants to give, but not. See if I can't see if it's clipped. It's trying to come apart up there, but it's not wanting to move this cap off for some reason. Oh, gosh. Why are you being a pain in the butt? You know, last time something like this happened, it was with the Adventure Force Rogue, and yeah. Oh boy. Okay. That's the safety. Just fell. Hmm. This off real quick. I can't tell if this is glued or not. I mean, it's not glued. It's if it was glued, it wouldn't be moving the way it's moving. So Renee, that's the thing. I don't know where I would even Dremel to get this off, because this is the inner barrel, and it doesn't. That looks like it moves. Yeah, that definitely moves. Let me. I might just break this. I, okay, so I was holding them to light. This actually goes in all the way up to here, apparently. That's how deep the plastic goes. And it is rotating, or it is shimming. It's just, there's got to be a clip in here. There's probably a clip in there. If I can break the clip, I'll be fine. Because I can just glue that together later on. There we go. Yep, that's what I was worried about. But you know what? The plastic did break. That's fine. I can solvent wall this later on. I can super glue this later. But that's what we're dealing with. Good lord. It is clipped in. That's where it's clipped in. Now I can see it. Oh my god. It was that clip was not elevated as well as it could have been. But that's fine. It's all good. We'll make this work. All right, so now I know that it is a clip, and I can buy another one of these. That's fine, but that is where the clip is, and that pops out. Oh boy, nothing a little crazy glue won't fix. Now, of course, I got to figure out all this nonsense because, yeah, this all sprang out. Okay, well. Okay, so that goes in like so, obviously. I think that we might actually have to do this the other way. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that fits in like that. That is the trigger mechanism. Sadly, I did not see where any of this went. I'm assuming this goes here. Yep, this is the spring head. Okay, that allows that. It's a pretty good spring. I don't even know where my trigger went. That's the funny part. Oh, here it is. Here's the trigger. So you have to go here somewhere. So I guess that's where you go. Okay. That one goes. Some sort of guide. Where do you go? That's some. You'd probably go somewhere along here. Figure out more as we go. So you are. Okay, so that is definitely where spring goes. A catch mechanism. I can see about doing a spring mod on it. I see what kind of springs we have. That's a very long. Let me see. So that's the spring rust. And the answer is yes, I can. That's going to be a might bend that spring. Let's see what other springs I have here. Nope. That's close enough. Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that'll kill the blaster. This is probably going to be the best one. It's looks like it's a same KG spring. I think that this one. Oops. I think that this might have come out of a the uh, the torrent. Verify that. Nope, that's not from a Nerf Pro torrent. That's from something else. This is definitely from one of my other blasters, though. This looks to be a 7 kilogram retaliator spring. So I could probably use this.
If I had a 14-kilogram chrono spring, I'd put it in here, but I don't have one of those right now. If I can get this threaded through, I can have just double the springs. As it stands, it's not wanting to, but okay, so it's a 1.3 versus a 1.4. We'll do the 1.4. Just brush it out a little bit. Just like that. All right. Okay. Now, so that goes through there. This assembly needs to actually come in this way, apparently. So we're going to do this here. Hello, puppy dog. So that has to go like that. All right, now. Where does the rest of this stuff go? Rejects like that. So you. You have to go like that. That's where you go. Which means that you get it caught here. Then you must be the test, bro. And that's how that goes there. All right. So that's how that goes there. That is the catch spring. Now the question is, where does the rest of the stuff goes? There's the trigger. This looks like it is a safety release of some sorts. So I think this goes here. Maybe. Copy this closer. Okay, so something in you causes you to have the shell ejection, which is this right here. Okay, that's what causes to have the shell ejection. So wherever this goes is where this goes. What the hell? You drag on something, it causes the shell ejection part mechanism. What causes you to shell eject? Okay, so that naturally does that on its own. Patches. The rest of these are locks, but what do they lock onto is the question. No clue what that's for.
Oh boy. Oh, thank the stars. Somebody put it on Reddit already. I did not see this earlier. Okay, so
That's that.
this.
This goes here. Okay. Okay, well, that works like that. Okay. I just lost my catch spring. Okay, now there's the trigger spring. Great. Well, that's the trigger spring now, so great. 2 replacement springs I gotta get. That's not gonna work. I am losing springs left and right. Good lord. That's a pretty beefy spring for a catch spring, which works for me. That works very well for me, actually. Okay. Now let's get a trigger spring that's worth a damn. Okay, good. Oh, good Lord, what happened to my catch spring again? What's going on right now is that we're trying to get a catch spring that doesn't fly. All my springs are flying all over the place. So I'm trying to find springs that'll work. So I don't have to spend hours looking for them because they just flew across the room. All right. So it's looking like, there we go. That works like that. I need to cut down this replacement spring just a little bit, just a notch. There we go. That'll work. Now, this spring, that's the stop. This spring is the one that we wanted. This one we'll put in here. That's a very powerful spring. All right. Now, fuck me. God damn it. Ugh, son of a bitch. That sucked. Okay. Where the hell did that spring go? Oh, that's frustrating. That is so frustrating. All right, so where did my catch go?
Here's my catch.
Okay. Funny part is, I know that Darcy with performance mods is going to come up with a mod for this really soon, if he hasn't already. All right, glasses back on. I think I got this back to where it needs to be. Okay, so that goes there. There's one piece that's missing. Gotta figure out where the heck it goes. And that is this piece right here. Which, as far as I can tell, looks like it may go here. You gotta fix that. Looking at the internals, I do not see where this goes at all. That's the funny part. I don't see where this goes at all. Oh, God. I'm going to determine that's just an unnecessary lock. Um, I can't see where it would fit in here. According to the images that I see on Reddit, something goes here, but it doesn't look like that. It looks like another white piece that would go in there, but I didn't lose any other pieces. All the other pieces of the blaster are here on my table, so I'm going to assume that we're good with just this. Plus, Question is, what purpose would this serve? I guess that serves to do that, I guess. That's some sort of trigger lock. That's fine. Don't see where this would go. Interesting. And it clearly says that something goes right here, but it's not showing me what it is. So yeah, no, you know what? We're just gonna leave it like that. Leave that out, see if it still works. I mean, technically, all you need is to be able to prime it, which we can. The ratchet mechanism you don't really truly need. That's got the. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take out the AR. That's that piece that I don't know what it belongs to. That's good. This out of there. Okay. So according to that, that should work. If I don't keep on losing these stupid springs. Let's get that in there. All right, now let me see where my buttstock's at to being finished. Because I really did want to put this on. I want to be able to at least. Fortunately, I still have 2 hours left of printing, so we're going to put this back together as is right now and hope for the best. Let's clip you on. Looks like my girls are having a lot of fun upstairs. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear what only. Oops. Great. My phone stand just freaking fell. All right, so I was saying I don't know if you can hear it, but all I can hear is what sounds like horses tromping around upstairs. All right, now let's see if this will work. Oh, that sounds crunchy. Okay, let's try screwing it first and then trying that. Put a couple screws in. Two, three, four, five. That should be enough. Ooh. This one wants to split open too. Okay, let's get this one back in there. That's jamming. Come on, get it. It's not a hard prime. It's something's up in here that's causing this to have an issue. I didn't put it back together properly. That's okay. We'll see what's some exploding springs. Part of modding. So when you never done one before. Good thing is that nothing's broken inside except for this little part up front. And once I get that fixed, I should say once I figure out, how to get it back together properly, I can get another one and not mess up taking it apart. Because that's what killed it. There we go. All right, so let's figure out what's causing it. You came loose, for starters. That really is just a lock. So that's just a lock. Let's get the locks out of here. That is needed for that mechanism. All right. Here. It very well could be, but again, I can't figure out where it goes inside of this blaster. It looks like it's just a lock, though, but I can't figure out where. I'm looking at the pictures right now on Reddit, and unless it goes underneath something, I don't see where it goes. But it should not affect the bolt action at all. The basic of any Springer is that you have the plunger rod, the catch, the trigger, which and the sear, which pushes up against the catch to release it. Once you have all of those things, that's all you need. I mean, that's basic blaster building 101. Now, these companies like to add additional stuff that you don't need for safety mechanisms, because again, this is an 8-nut blaster. For safety reasons, they would have had all these locks. But I'm a little older than 8. And if I break my toys, I could just go buy a new one. Especially from on the shelf. There we go. No, safety's on, but. All right, so we got this working again. Let me go check out one of these darts and see on the chronograph. I'll be right back. So talk amongst yourselves.